Hey guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Dominique. I'm a Class A CDL holder from the Pacific Northwest. I've worked in the construction industry since 2007, first as a hydro seat operator and then later as a dump truck driver. I've spent time behind the wheel of solos, super solos, side dumps, end dumps, and most importantly, my absolute favorite, the truck that I have the most experience with, the truck and trailer. Or I guess, depending on where you are in the country, the truck and pup.
To tell you the truth, the truck is the most important thing for me.
Today I wanted to kick off my new series, Why Should I Get Into Construction, with an explanation and a breakdown of the pay and the costs associated with being a union dump truck driver in the Pacific Northwest. But first guys, if you haven't yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss a new video, and follow me on Instagram where I post almost daily updates of what's going on in the field. I want to be clear here that this is very regional. The costs and the pay vary greatly depending on where you live in the United States. Let's start with expenses. So the first expense that you should expect as a union dump truck driver is typical of any CDL holder, and that would be your licensing fees and your medical card fees. Pretty typical, we're used to it. It is what it is at this point. The second thing that you should expect is the thing that keeps people from joining the union in the first place, and that would be the union dues. So the union dues in the Pacific Northwest to be a union dump truck driver are $116 a month. It's not outrageous. I mean, I don't want to pay for it, but it is what it is. It is a lot cheaper to be in the union than to work a non-union job and have to pay to have your kids on your health insurance. Before I joined the union, I worked for a construction company where I paid $400 a month to have my 2 children on my health insurance. And when I joined the union, that went down to, I think our union dues were $78 back then. But I would way rather pay the union dues than pay for my health insurance. Next, I'm going to break down the pay and benefit package from the contract that was ratified in August 2021. All of this is available publicly on the AGC Seattle website. I'm only going to break down one tier class. There's multiple tiers, and I decided that just doing one would be less confusing than trying to explain them all. So the one that I have chosen is the most common in the area. It's the truck and trailer tier class. If you do not know what a truck and trailer is, or you're curious on how they dump or anything else, I have a video on how to dump truck and trailer, and I will link it here. The pay is based off of the hours that you work. This is all broken down into exactly how much your employer pays per hour that you work. Let's start off by talking about the benefits. Benefits are fringe benefits, refers to health and security and your pension. Health and security is just that. It's your health insurance and disability. For every hour a union dump truck driver works, the company pays $12.62. That covers health, vision, dental for their entire family. The driver does not have to pay any additional fees to have dependents on their insurance. The other fringe benefit offered is the pension. For each hour worked, the company pays $10 on the dot into the pension. Okay, well, so what if something happens before you retire? What happens to all that money the company paid in? Don't worry. Your dependents can either draw the money in a lump sum or in monthly payments. The last thing the company is paying for in health and security is 70 cents an hour that you work into the apprenticeship program. The apprenticeship program goes to help give people the opportunity to get into the industry, get their CDL, get the experience they need to become union dump truck drivers. And finally, the hourly straight time rate for a union dump truck driver in the Pacific Northwest is $46.63 per hour. This includes 75-cent per hour pay differential for working inside of King, Pierce, and Snohomish counties. Of course, any hours over 8 hours in a day are time and a half, and Saturdays are always time and a half. Assuming that a driver works only 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year, that equals out to $96,990 a year base pay. That's with no overtime. Of course, with the nature of construction in this region, the year-end number could be a lot more or a lot less depending on how much a driver is willing to work, how much work is available, and how much overtime is available. I will be honest, in the past, I've had several weeks off a year because of lack of work, broken equipment, or weather. This has never bothered me because I understood that trucking in construction can be feast or famine, and I really enjoyed my time off with my family. When there was work, I would take as much overtime as I could manage, and when there wasn't work, I would enjoy time with my family and get caught up on the things that I didn't have time for when I was working. In my experience, this industry can and will provide for your family. As many of you may know, I was a single mom for about 5 years, and we had a single income household. It was me and my 2 children, and this industry has provided us with a life I never dreamt of. It's been incredible. And most of the guys that I work with as truck drivers are single income households as well. Their wives stay home with their kids, and this industry is able to provide that type of life for them. All right, guys, well, that's it for today. I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I said I was leaving, and now I'm back again. But I had to point this out real quick because I knew this video is probably going to come across as me wanting to encourage people to move to the Pacific Northwest. I don't recommend it. Please don't do it. I mean, I welcome you if you really want to come, but the cost of living is super high here. So a 3-bedroom house is between $500,000 and $600,000. So if you're not already in the real estate market here, if you don't already own a house, it is really hard to be able to afford to purchase anything. Okay, that's all I had to say.